Hmm. Yeah, Augie was like, "Oh no, no one's streaming." Like, okay, fine, I'll stream today. Oh well. Mm, hmm. Okay, let's see here. Opening this so I can. Why is it not showing your channel? There, live. Okay, there we go. Now it's up and running properly. I think, anyways. Hmm. Okay, cool. Alrighty then. Let's see here. Hmm. Guess I'm up to this now. Yeah, Delta recruit tasks. Yay. Oh yeah, almost forgot the Admiralty thing. Okay, so daily XP reached. Oh, I have to come back later. That's unfortunate. Okay then. So, I guess to go to the Solonate Dyson Sphere. Genuinely not sure which part of that I haven't done yet. That's the annoying part with this. Okay, episode Solonate Dyson Sphere. Well, the way this looks, I haven't done any of this at all. Okay then. Well then, start sphere of influence. Do I have any idea who this guy is? Nope. This is a random NPC that we see for this mission, and as far as I know, only this mission. Hmm. Oh well. He's cool though. Also, notably, he's wearing the New Republic uniform. This doesn't look the way I remember it. I've done this mission several times before, and this lava looks, I don't know, more vivid than I remember it being. The ceiling is a bit gooier. I guess is a simple way to put that. Anyway, though, this is generally some really cool scenery. Pretty sure this is Taco Fangs' work, and I quite like it. Definitely some of his better work. Now, do I really want to test to see if you can fall off and try every single hole that you maybe possibly might be able to fall into? No, not really. Well. Yes, this is Sphere of Influence. I'm doing this because of the fact that this is a Delta Recruit that I created in the original Delta Recruit event, and I just didn't do all of the story mission stuff. And so I like, you know what? I should get around to that at some point. Although, um, one thing that's noteworthy about the Delta recruits is that the task list changed at some point, and a lot of things that weren't originally tasks that to complete got added, and this might be one of them. Because, like, I remember that my Gorn Delta recruit, because Delta recruit is unique in that you actually have a valid reason to make three of them. Well, technically four, but three gets you almost everything. Because um you have storyline completion rewards that are actually good rewards and worth having for all of the faction storylines except for the Jim Hadar. Jim Hadar cannot be Delta recruits, but all of the other can. Well, okay, I suppose it's only 2409 feds, not Disco or TOS feds. Although that said, I really, really, really want Disco and TOS visuals at least, even if we don't uh, have a special tutorial for them, but be able to like um, have the ships and stuff. Okay, the whole Terra Jewels thing is nice. However, me remembering those numbers is a good. Yeah, good luck with that one. Sure. Do these numbers mean anything to me? No, not really. I think Alpha's 14. Let's see here. Yeah, I think Gamma was 38. 14. I said 38 last time. I know 12 is too small. Must be 47. Uh oh, Gamma was the one in the middle. Okay, Delta would be 38. I don't know what the numbers are supposed to be. Boy. Okay, who's Malek? Is this guy Malek? Oh, this is Cooper. This is Cooper before his brain gets scooped out by an Undine. Is this Malek? Yeah. Oh, Mayak. Sorry. Dum 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 dum. What's the mean power grid? See, one of the things about this that you realize after this happens is that when they turn this thing on, they haven't finished repairing it yet. See this? This is a busted power cable. This is also a busted power cable. And that thing over there, that's a busted power cable. Why are they turning it on without finishing repairs? The whole freaking thing is still busted. Oh well. Yes, I know. TOS feds have a special tutorial, which, from what the devs have told us, is part of the reason why they didn't give us TOS KDF is that it takes a lot longer to make a tutorial experience like that than it does to make a mission like what I'm currently playing. Because a proper tutorial is a series of missions, like an entire story arc, that needs special features in order to work properly. and thus take even longer to code than it would if you were just making 5 new missions. Okay, again, I look up at the ceiling and I see a bunch of busted power cables dangling from the ceiling. None of this looks safe. And now talk to Mayak. However, I mean, at present, we do have the ability to dress up in costumes for TOS KDF. Uh, the TOS KDF, anyways. One thing that is noteworthy about this is that playing as a Riemann, there are certain dialogues that are actually unique that you don't see if you're other races. Like when you talk to Obisek in the Frozen mission, Obisek's dialogue is somewhat different than if you're playing as some other race. Okay, now I need to talk to Kararek again. Which this is different depending on who your faction is. And begin the disaster. Oh yes. See, one of the things in the TOS season update that they did, where they added the ability to play as TOS Starfleet, they added a bunch of stuff that's not actually player usable, like ships and costumes for Romulans, Gorn, and KDF. Not all of which are uh, playable. Remans are an interesting idea. One thing I wish the devs had done is give us the ability to officially play as Suliban. That's one thing we don't have. Because one thing that we found out from costume glitches is that they did actually build customizable Suliban meshes. And also, we have flyable Suliban ships, one of which is a standard Z Store release. Yep, yep, yep. Great. Whatever. This is an interesting interior design. I know exactly where Cryptic got the idea for this interior design, and I like the fact that they took the ball and ran with it. My main thing with Remans that players can't do is that holographic psychic projection trick that the captain level Remans can do. I wish players could do that, but being able to disintegrate people with mind blast is fun too. Anyways, loot crates, field rations, and tents. Yep, that sounds about right. Emergency medical kits. Hey, look, these people look like they need emergency medical kits. Note, it says Romulan civilian, but she's actually wearing a Romulan Republic. I think this is a captain level shoulder pad design. Hmm. Do sprained arm. Yeah, we'll go with elevate limb. Really? Emergency cold pack? That's what you're prescribing for a sprain? Ugh. I see what it is. Is they want me to do things in a certain order. Blah, whatever. That's not what I would do IRL for emergency treatment for that. That's more like what you would get if you're going to the doctor's office. Oh, well, okay. If you fight Reman captains on ground, they have an ability that creates psionic doppelgangers of themselves. And you have to shoot the original in order to actually injure the Reman. But yeah, the Silic is a ship that I genuinely find to be extremely fun to fly. Also, the cell ship that we have as a freighter has a bridge with a special function on it, which is also amazing. Okay. My left arm, it hurts to move it. Yeah, I'll just go with the sling. Seriously. Again, it says civilian, but she's dressed in a Romulan Republic military outfit. Oh, oh, hey, it's a Starfleet Benzite. Well, it's not like the Nakul shields. It's actually more like the Shard of Possibilities, where it summons psionic copies. Because it's not something that happens as a reaction to taking damage. It's just something that they do whenever they enter combat. It's just a okay. So why are you laying on the ground and acting like you're in intense pain if it's just a scrape? This stance is appropriate for someone who has a broken arm. Hmm. Although it is a benzite. There's a lot I don't know about benzites. Anyways, oh yeah, here's another one. Hey, it's another Romulan. Again, it says Romulan civilian, but he's wearing a military uniform. That's nice. See, Worf actually does have a certain amount of experience with Selene junk from TNG. I mean, it's a small amount of experience, but it is there. All right. This is a fun map because of just what it looks like. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. It's like I think that the psionic doppelgangers actually do damage, which I guess would make them somewhat like security team, except that they're copies of you. Uh, oh yes, I'm pretty sure we're going to. I remember the way the mission script for this goes. We go around through here, or maybe we go through here, and eventually we end up over here. Also, they haven't been mutilated by the Selene yet. We're still getting to that one. Okay, so my assignment is this door, I guess. Oh no, go with warp, so I have to go through this hallway. Doo, doo, doo. Oh look, bug things to shoot in a different room though. I genuinely have no idea what these are. The game at no point actually tells us what they are. Tetrian radiation traces. Ooh. Well, the way I understand it from TNG is the explanation for benzites is that they're not actually a race from a Class M planet, so they don't actually breathe the same atmosphere that you have on a Class M world. And that's the reason for the uh, weird thingy is that it exists to give them a sort of EV suit like effect where they're breathing an atmosphere other than what people would normally have. Okay, so Sean is currently being dissected by the Selene, and we need to find him before he dies. What is this? Note how this says weapon. Oh, yeah, it's talking about Sean's phaser. And here we have Sean's tricorder. And here we have a holographic computer console that I can't stand on. Oh, I almost got onto that. Almost. Oh yeah, you know what? There's probably just like a tiny millimeter wide ledge you can stand on, and an Inviswall keeping you from jumping into the glowing plasma field. Hmm. Anyways. Oh right, more junk laying on the ground. Dun dun dun. And of course, if you pay close attention, you will see the weird glyphs that we will encounter a lot later on in this mission. Like, we are going to be seeing these glyphs so much later. Simon says, push the green button. We Hey, wait a second. It's doing the opening sideways thing. See, I know that not all of them are actually doing that. Seriously, it won't let me use bioessence transfer. Why not? Oh, hey, I guess everyone's getting tortured by the Selene now. That's unfortunate. Hmm. It is surprising that they managed to capture everyone that quickly. Let's see here. Biobed. Well, this doesn't look good. That's a burn mark. Someone was probably hurt. Yeah, 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 yeah. Worf was on the Enterprise when they had the Selene abducted the members of the Enterprise crew in order to do medical experiments. Can I read anything on this? No. How does Worf know what this does? I don't know. See, because that's one thing they didn't do in TNG. They did not actually learn anything about reading Selene writing or even see Selene writing. The Selene writing is something that Cryptic made up. Or maybe it was something that was like a tiny, barely visible thingy. I don't know. That's also a possibility. The dev team are usually quite thorough. Why did it not die properly? Seriously, what is wrong with you? I wonder, can I heal it with this now? No. It's still being treated as a hostile. Wait, no, I can't shoot it. Ha! Huh, that's weird. This thing didn't heal it. Huh, I wonder what happens if I stick my support drone on it. It won't let me. That's interesting. Huh. What? Well, okay, so it is letting me summon a support drone normally. Oh, this is hilarious. This is the Starfleet model of support drone. This is the Klingon, I guess, version of support drone. Are they Klingon or Romulan? See, here's the thing. Me as a Reman, I should not be summoning an exocomp as a support drone. Feels like a bug. Okay, this is a different style of door than the others. That is kind of interesting to me. Hmm. Oh yeah, I love playing engineers on ground. My first character was an engineer, and um, it's kind of sort of the one that I actually know best. Well, I mean, Talshir steals a lot of things in the black market. Also, seriously, where are the guys stuck in the holes? Okay, so that's a Pharasian, a Klingon, and a Benzite. Maybe the same Benzite we treated earlier. Here we have two Romulans. Let's see. Two Federation people. Looks like a Vulcan. Now, this is something that I find to be noteworthy is that the implication seems to be, even though there was no cutscene, that I blasted the door out of the frame, and then the door landed over here because this is positioned where if you knock the door out of the frame, it go boom. Eh, what is it targeting? Okay. Oh well. Well, this character was actually created in the first Delta Recruit event. Not, I did create three Romulan Republic characters at in the original Legacy of Romulus event, but okay, not a species you recognize. Okay, one, this appears to be a combination of a Vorta robe and a Klingon jacket. It's a Borg cybernetic on a head that looks a lot like um, a benzite. Not quite like a benzite though. The high forehead and ears are the wrong shape. Hmm. But yeah, this is basically what you would get for the random alien, but then make it a Borg. Hmm. So this is what his face would look like if he was less dead. I see. I wonder, is this supposed to be a cybernetic implant? Because that side of his face is on the ground, and I can't see it properly. Huh. Huh. It's hard to tell because there's like the coral themed and face ridge pieces, where if he had it on both sides, it'd be underneath the cybernetic on this side, but on this side, it's kind of like sticking out next to his ear. Weird. Anyways, moving on. More Romulans and Corin. This one's empty. Why is this one empty? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mayek's dead. If I remember right from this one of the captives, um, see, if I'm right, Sean is the one that gets the Riker treatment where they physically disassemble his body and then put it back together and put it back together nearly right, nearly. And then there's the other person whose blood gets replaced with a liquid polymer and thus causing the individual to die horribly. Probably painlessly because they were apparently unconscious during the procedure, but still, it's not good. Also, Selene character costumes. The robes are something that we kind of sort of have, but the actual way that the character model for the Selene is shaped is not something we have ever had the ability to do. Unfortunate, but hey, I guess it's one of those things where it's just not quite fitting with the usual character models. So here's Sean and here's Mayak. Sean is not in good condition, but not dead yet. Yeah. This is what I was saying. It's like surgically taken apart and then put back together. And also it tells you what order to do the things in. Is this a real medical procedure? I'm going with no. Mayak, liquid polymer. This is a weird one. It's like because like this is a character we've literally never met before. It's like, oh no, it's tragic that he died, and like, wait, who is this? Although it is quite true, though, is like, yes, it is bad at all. You know what? I just thought of something. This mission has existed in the game for years, several years, enough years that there are new toys that didn't exist when this mission was new. Oh yes, that's fun. Bioessence transfer leaps. I can get on the ceiling toys. Neato. Never been able to look at this thing in such close-up detail before. Mainly because I haven't replayed this mission all that often. It's a good mission. I really like it. It's just I don't feel like playing it on everyone. But knowing that I can use bioessence transfer to look at some of these things stuck to the ceiling. Hmm. You know what? I'm gonna go back in the other room for a sec. This is one of the things that we never got the ability to tinker with in the Foundry, and that I really, really wanted. Because Taco Fangs mentioned that this stuff did kind of sort of have parts like what we would use for Foundry missions. It's just that they didn't really mesh well with anything that wasn't them. Hmm. That doesn't have a ledge you can stand on. Huh. Those are actually kind of molded into the walls, and yeah, you know what? Check this other room, and then get on with it. It's noteworthy that in this particular case, the drone uses the Iconian faction symbol. Why? Because there isn't actually a faction symbol for the Selene. Okay, and this is the same feature we saw in the other room, and one last one, I guess. Maybe. Oh, wait, you know what? Yeah, there's nothing to jump onto in this one, but that electric gizmo thingy. Can I use bioessence transfer to jump onto the what? Door's locked. Ugh. Let's try this one. Oddly dark hallway. Okay, maybe I can use bioessence transfer to jump into this thing. Oh, hey, it did work. And no, it doesn't damage you. I took a small amount of damage, but that was apparently fall damage. Oh, so it doesn't actually have an invisiwall here. It's re- just barely high enough that you need to jump onto it as occasion. And why is Worf stuck? Seriously. Anyway, time to go. Enough screwing around. Gotta come finish this mission. Yeah, frosted boots and doors you have to wait on to open is a bit of an annoyance. And things to run around. Oh yeah, yeah, ground stuff. Yeah, that this actually would work for that, I guess. I don't get those often enough to have a plan for it. It's, it's probably one of the ones that I skip more often than most. And now we switch to a completely different map. Yet again, something that we never had in the Foundry because this is a lot of map. This is one of those maps where most of the map is there for decoration only because wow. Okay, I am turning off the frosted boots because falling off. So that does not look like something I can stand on. I have enough experience with bioessence transfer to have a good idea as to how high I could get up, and I would just barely be able to get up to a spot where I could slide off. I wonder though, what direction would I slide off? No, I didn't even get up high enough to go that way. If I remember right with this one, they actually don't have invisible walls, so you can literally just fall off. Ah. It doesn't kill you though. It's a teleport volume. Anyways, this is the one that, when it was originally released, had the obelisk carrier as a mission reward. Oh, hey, look, colored glyphs that I can't use yet. Let's see. This is a picture of Earth. What do the Selene have to say about Earth? Level 4 surveillance. Da 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 da. Yeah, they apparently don't like us, but they also aren't particularly interested in us. Now, one thing that was a question when this first came out that I now feel the need to try to answer. Oh, couldn't get far enough. Huh. But yeah, it's like the question I was going to say, like, can you actually stand on those secondary platforms? That is not a secondary platform. See, now that I looked at this, now I can use this glyph to extend the side bridge. Oh, also, I have a Delta recruit objective that's in here somewhere that I actually need to find. Okay, blink. Hmm. What is this? What's it talking about? Good question. Don't know. Ooh, shiny. Okay, so one thing to remember with bioessence transfer is that it has an angle of attack to it, and getting just the right angle can give you a slightly greater. But that's enough of that. One thing I love about this is the fact that it has the backdrops change as you move from place to place. That is a cool touch that you don't see on a whole lot of them. Hey, Klingons. Hmm. Doesn't have a secondary one. Just going forward. Now, one thing that's interesting here is that this map has hidden loot in it that I can't access just yet because of the fact that it's hidden loot that requires a very specific trigger to access. That trigger being unlocking the way to leave, and then don't leave immediately. Come back to one of these side consoles, and it'll give you a upgraded version of the carrier pet. Uh, Now, this is an interesting one. Is that it says unauthorized connection in Hobus. What exactly is it talking about with that? And the thing with says gateways in Andromeda active obviously means that the Iconian gateway network in the Andromeda galaxy is working normally, and the one in the Milky Way galaxy, which is where we currently are, is not. Hmm. Ooh. Which one is this one? Actually, I genuinely don't remember what order the planets are. Ah, New Romulus. Hmm. Interesting that they talk about Sela as the Romulan leader. And we know where Sela already is because of the fact that Sela was captured by the Iconians at the in the finale in the old Romulan Star Empire story arc, which was set before this. Can I get to those? That one's interesting looking. I think that actually might be the one. Yeah, that's like the Final Destination one. We'll get to eventually. There is literally nothing over there. This is an interesting map simply because of just how much stuff there is on it. The devs really, really went in the idea of that this being like some huge facility that uh, we don't really know everything about. Here we are. A data repository. Ooh. But yeah, it's basically just a device containing info. Now, one thing that's noteworthy about this is that if you pay attention to the colors of these symbols, it'll actually tell you kind of sort of which one is the way to the end and which one isn't. Although you can just look at the map. The map actually tells you that too. Doo, doo, doo. Now, one thing that's noteworthy is that the advanced hanger pets that you get out of these aren't usable on anything other than the obelisk. So picking them up as anyone else is a waste of time. All right, so that's the final destination one. Quara. The Quarrens are something that the Icodians want to subjugate. And what we got here. Yeah. It talks about how the obelisk is ready for us to take command of it. Wee, and I got the accolade for clicking all of the buttons. Now, okay, if I remember right, this is the part where you have to go back. If I'm right, you can actually technically get 8 of the obelisk hanger pets if they're still available, anyways. But again, they're not really all that useful. Oh, wait, I think that's right. It's like you have to walk up here, stand on this, and then go back. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so I believe the first event ship was technically the original bug ship. However, it was an event ship that had random availability because of the fact that this was back when the daily foot race in Q's Winter Wonderland would give you a random reward box that was either red, green, or blue. Whoops. You know, I want to get out of shooter mode. I don't really like doing combat in shooter mode. Okay, so this might be the right time. It's been a while since I did this. I don't remember the exact point here. I remember that there is a step in this whole procedure where this bridge I'm standing on gets retracted, so you can't come back. And if it's right, I'll see another button on this console. Okay. Huh. What happens if I do this button now? Oh, my cover shield's photobombing the cutscene. Well, that's interesting. Okay, I guess I'm not at the right stage yet. Okay, so there was the bug ship in I think it was the first ever winter event. The Odyssey was an event ship. The Odyssey was one of those where you just run the mission at the Utopia Planitia story yard or shipyard to do the test flight of the Odyssey. And if you did it at that time, it would give you the prototype version of the Odyssey. It did not give you the, shall we say, good version. It just gave you the prototype version. That was kind of sort of incomplete. Odyssey was a decent ship, but it was obviously designed, or the freebie version was obviously designed to be inferior to the regular version that you would get if you were. Uh, I don't remember seeing it through the buttons. What am I supposed to be copying? I don't see it. Well, this is frustrating. It's supposed to be showing a colored glyph for me to play Simon Says with, but I don't know where it's trying to display the colored glyph. This is a bit of a problem. 'Cause if I remember right, I basically need to get six in a row or right in order to solve this stupid dialogue puzzle. Hmm. I wonder what what happens if I change whether lighting 2.0 is turned on. Graphics. Okay, so turn dynamic lighting off and shadows to high. See what that affects. I mean, the entire map looks different. Like everything is completely changed. Okay, this is a problem. If I remember right, it's supposed to have the thing just like pop up right about here. Hmm. I'm not even sure which part of the puzzle I'm currently working on. Ah, boy. All right. Well, you have fun, Saberson. Yeah, guys. Really, really not happy with this. Can't even do deductive reasoning because if I remember right, this actually randomizes. I'm not sure though. Yeah, it randomized. Uh, I'm not even sure if it's making me start over at stage one or if it's progressing stages if I manage to brute force a specific stage. Oh wow! I actually managed to complete the step three one, I guess. This is going to take a long time. Hmm. I just vaguely recalled having heard about this being glitched at some point. And I don't remember how long ago that was. Worst part is that if I remember right, this thing actually makes noises when it's working right. So you would actually, in theory, be able to tell by listening to it, but I can't hear it that either. And the worst part is that the last four or segment, because I think there's like four parts to it, would need like something like 1 in 4, 1 in 16, 22, 60. 1 in 64 would be the third one. So the fourth one would be 1 in 256 chance of getting it right. Ugh. Well, that's unfortunate. I really, really wish this thing would have the stupid puzzle give up after a while, 'cause it's broken. I'll be honest. This is actually something that was kind of sort of um really, really easy when it was uh working properly. Well, I got two of them. Then on the third one, got one, one, two, three. Ah, You know what? I'm going to change the video settings back to the way they were. Let's see here. Lighting 2.0 on, dynamic lighting on, shadows off. Soft particles on, visual effects on is high, underwater view on, space ambient occlusion. You know what? Let's turn these on just to see. Oh, this is interesting. There is actually a certain amount of dialogue here. Huh. Well, it's not putting anything in here or here. It's just putting in correct, incorrect, correct, incorrect. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, I know. Mashing F like this means that it's only going to work if it pulls blue 4 times in a row. But quite frankly, I have no other way of getting it to work. Mm. I really hope that this fourth stage here is the last one because, Hmm. Well, this is a massive bummer. Mission is actually almost over because if I remember right, the only thing after this is the space battle part where you're flying in the obelisk. Hmm. And no one's watching me stream anymore. That's unfortunate. And I really, really don't feel like messing with this right now. Oh, wait. You know what? Yeah, I'm not to the point where it does the thing over here, am I? Hmm. Yep. I'm just going to skip this. Episode Selene. Huh. Hmm. You know, I don't think I actually have any of the mission rewards for this, so probably didn't actually do it before. Because some of these things, it's like it reset whether things are marked as complete in your log. And all this crap, ugh. No skip button. Don't understand that. Well, that would require me to fly to the Dyson Dingus. At least do one of those and see what happens. It probably is going to require me to do the ones where I have to actually fly around inside there. Okay, so let's see here. In progress. Farah, Delta, Dyson. Supply woes. Make primary. I did part of this? Okay. I did part of the mission, but I didn't finish the mission. Huh. Or is it giving me mission completion credit because someone else did the mission while I was in the Dyson map? I don't know. The plot, of course, for this disabled mine thing is that we're supposedly using a minefield to keep the Voth out of this particular sector. Not really sure that's working very well, but yeah, as you find out, the Voth are apparently somehow sabotaging our minds with the transporters. All right, hail command. Wrong hail command button. Both of these are junk. I guess the combat impulse engine because it's better vendor trash. I have to say, this is actually a pretty cool cutscene, just showing you things from different points of view. Now, one thing that's noteworthy here is that the battle zone is apparently down. It's underneath uh, that giant mushroom thing. The Voth incursion. I don't need to participate that in that, but I'm here, so might as well. I don't see where the Voth ship is. Yeah, that's not them. Other players fighting it. It's like the fact that three of the groups are dead tells me that someone was here killing stuff off, and the fact that the open mission uh, tracker disappeared tells me that they probably finished the final one off. Oh well, pity. Well, now to go to the ground battle zone and um, do whatever task is there. All right, talk to this guy. I think. Oh wait, no, I need to click this button. Okay, so now going episode Selene. Can't repeat any of that crap because it's crap. Hail. Tower control. Defeat Voth around control towers. Well, Wasteland. Which one is the Wasteland? Oh, it's the right. This is a very interesting area because of the fact that this was built while Heretic was one of the main devs. And Heretic came up with the idea of giving you side objectives in these areas where you could do duty officer missions while flying around shooting things. Very unusual and unique way of building an open mission zone like this. But, you know, it's certainly made for missions that were fun to play. Well, that was quick. Already up to 40%. Okay, so now I need to continue going to the Wasteland Tower. 'Cause that's what this yellow arrow is pointing to. Which I guess is this over here. Although, here's another palisade. Aw, it's trying to hide from me. That doesn't work. Yeah, this is over here should be the Wasteland Control Tower. Why are my carrier pets gone? No, I'm not doing the valuable junk side mission. That's another thing he put into this. The side missions are legit missions. Okay, I'm up to 50% now? Really? Only 50%. Okay. Don't know what's up with that. I'll not do a duty officer assignment. These are quick and easy. Analyze debris to determine what the heck the people were doing with the sphere. Yeah, that tracks. Okay, so I'm up to 50%. This is a current control level that's slowly ticking up. It should have more Voth eventually appear if I just wait here while the control level ticks up. But having another group of Voths show up, I mean, I might not actually get the completion credit that I need for that anyways. Well, I think this is actually capped out now. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's that one. Control level. Come on, Voth. You know you want some. Dive ward repair ship. Gotta say, people have a very good point about how it's annoying the way the Voth were designed to brutally murder you if you use certain kinds of builds, but only certain kinds of builds. Torpedo suppository. Okay, any more Voth want some of this? Apparently, if you have the Voth ship set, you can actually have the whole like ward repair ship thing come to you. Anyways, I'm done with this task. What other tedious nonsense? Now for a new story mission. Said new story mission, mind you, is tied into the Voth reputation, but whatever. Yeah, I know. I'm using Transwarp to go back to the place where I entered from. Hmm. Well, I've been streaming for an hour and a half, and don't have anyone actually watching me at the moment. Hmm. Bit of a bummer, but whatever. I think I'll get back to this later. Well, I did get something completed for the Delta Recruit stuff. Genuinely not sure how much I actually am going to be able to accomplish on that now. Because it is definitely bugged. Incontrovertibly bugged. And that is a problem. Well, then you